everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got teams who went in opposite directions last week.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on first down. This complete to Langford. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down. Waller. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Defense showing blitz. This is Langford on first and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw. Waller throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. First and goal from the 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run here with Langford. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Waller being chased out, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Patrick Murray now for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. First and 10, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right near the 27. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Operating from the gun, Waller. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
To throw on 2nd down, Waller. And over the middle, this is Parker. Give him 30 yards there.
We saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Throwing on 1st down, Waller. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing again, Waller. They go screenplay to Langford. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Back to throw again. He's got the completion to Strong. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. A handoff. Jeremy Langford tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Langford running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Here's Murray for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. A toss play. Here's Pirine. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third and long for Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cousins gives this to Pirine. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run again with Pirine. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Cousins now. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, past the 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over. Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play.
Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ramik Wilson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. That one goes for 24 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second down, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you worked on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Waller, he's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Out to the left here to Reed. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right on the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Langford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Check 52.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Waller nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Waller. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. It's P-Ride to begin the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, here's P-Ride. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ramik Wilson in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Second down now after the sack. A first throw for the backup Griffin. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Griffin. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now P. Wright is stripped to the football. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw is RG3. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again, Griffin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On third down, Griffin buying time to his left. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And this seemingly endless drive continues. On first down, Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A big hit. Knocked out sideways. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
On the counter, Langford. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Second down, Langford. And he is knocked down from the side at the 32-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Waller. And some space here. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Handoff. It's Langford. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Waller. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. After the interception, here's Griffin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Right side catch, Gilmore. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To the ground, this time Langford. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Waller steps away to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Ryan Kerrigan able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And Murray's kick is up and good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Pirine. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From midfield now, here's Griffin. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now it's Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They toss to Pirine. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. That one looks like he'll throw here. And over the middle, this is Parker. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw. Waller. It's caught. Here's Langford. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. Waller able to push his way. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bills send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Second and 10. Once again, Griffin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Redskins on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Griffin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this. And
the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Now Griffin on second down. Flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. On third down, Griffin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Buffalo, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Washington, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.